What's happening, everybody? Trey here, and today, reactions to the classics. It is time for a reaction to War, and their track, The World is a Ghetto. I want to shout out our longtime patron and supporter of the channel, Dwight, for suggesting this tune for me to check out today. Always like your suggestions, Dwight. And I don't know much about the group. I think the only tune, at least off the top of my head, from War that I know is Why Can't We Be Friends? You know, everybody knows that song just about. But if you don't know them, kind of diving into their Wikipedia page, described as an American progressive soul band from Long Beach, California. They formed in '69 and fuse elements of rock, funk, jazz, Latin, R&B, and reggae together. And this is off of the title. This is the title track from their fifth record, released in 1972. Went to #1 on Billboard and was the Billboard magazine's album of the year as the best-selling album of 1973, which is very impressive. Also on Rolling Stone's list of 500 greatest albums of all time. This track went to 3 in the US R&B chart and 7 on the US pop chart in 1973. There's a single version which is less than 4 minutes long. We'll be going with the album version, which is 10 and a half, and that features an additional third verse, longer intro, saxophone solo, amongst other things going on here. So that's just a little bit of the write-up. I wanted to kind of get familiar with myself here, and apparently it is going to be talking about the plight of minority groups in America. So something that has been relevant, been a big discussion point here in the States in the last year or so. So I'm looking forward to diving into this and hearing what we got today. I'm going to have the lyrics pulled up as always. Before we do, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that big red subscribe button. We upload every single day here. And if you'd like to have one of us react to a song here at RTTC, you can check out our Patreon page, which will be linked down below. Shout out to the patrons like Dwight who help keep the channel up and going. But enough talk, man. Let's get into this tune. Looking forward to it. Thanks again to Dwight. Nice groovy intro coming in here, which is what I expected on a track this long, you know.
Walking down the street, smoggy eye, looking at the sky.
Tight harmonies right there.
Searching for the place, weary-eyed, crying in the night, teary-eyed. Don't you know that it's true?
Now we're laying that funk down.
Wonder
loving these harmonies, man. Very impressive.
If I'll find happiness. Better give it up. Now I guess. Don't you know that it's true that for me and for you, the world is a ghetto. Don't you know that it's true that it's true that for you, the world is a ghetto. Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey
Get that soulful saxophone solo here. Really tight how everything's just slowly building up here. Add the bass, add that percussion in. Someone who loves the saxophone solos. This is right up my alley, man. That organ interplaying too.
There's no need to search anywhere. Happiness is here. Have your share. If you know you're loved, be secure. Paradise is love, to be sure.
Wonderful verse right there.
That is true. That for me and for you, the world is a ghetto.
Just jamming, jamming to end us out. What a groove, man. It's one you just ride out and enjoy the journey. Fading us out. All right, y'all. The world is a ghetto by War, bringing the heat. Bringing the heat over here, man. Thank you to Dwight again for suggesting this one. I quite enjoyed it. I'm a novice when it comes to the funk genre. I know the classic albums by Sly and the Family Stone. Listen to There's a Riot Going On and Stand. Listen to some Funkadelic, but that's about as deep as I've gone into the genre, man. But I really enjoyed this one. Not only what it had to say lyrically, but obviously instrumentally. Had that long intro that's only found in this album version, which I enjoyed, kind of setting the mood up in here, and then right away you could just kind of you feel that funkiness going in. Their harmonies were quite impressive. I didn't expect that once we got to the hook. Don't you know that it's true that for me and you the world is a ghetto? Those harmonies were so on point, and then we had that long instrumental section, which let the saxophone, and I had to pull up over here. I had to give name recognition to the great Charles Miller on the saxophone there, letting that solo ride, and they kind of let him have his time there. Then we slowly built back up. The percussion in here was again an obvious highlight, as you would expect, and then kind of adding in the organ from Lonnie Jordan every now and then as well, and just building back up. That's what I've noticed kind of in funk. We ride out the grooves, and then we'll let maybe an instrument kind of shine for a little bit, then slowly build back up before we go back into the chorus, the hook, whatever kind of gets the people going, so to speak, man. And then even had a nice guitar solo at the very end there, kind of riding us out the last 3 minutes, and just lyrically talking about that, talking about the ghetto, man, walking down the street, smoggy-eyed, looking at the sky, starry-eyed, searching for the place, weary-eyed, crying in the night, teary-eyed. The way they ended every line with the eyed there, and just putting a different spin on it each time, I thought was pretty cool. And then coming all together for the hook. Don't you know that it's true that for me and for you the world is a ghetto? Then talking about wanting to get out of the ghetto. Wonder if I'll find happiness. Never give it up now, I guess. Then it takes a turn though in verse 3, which I thought was interesting. There's no need to search anywhere. Happiness is here. Have your share. So happiness is there even where they're at in the ghetto. If you know you're loved, be secure. Paradise is love, to be sure. Kind of finding that paradise even in your own situation. So I liked what they had to say about kind of growing up as a black person in America, and how for what did this came out 72. Here we are, 50 years later, just about, and as much as we like to think things have changed and where progress has gone, and there's things to definitely tip our cap at. A lot of it is still just still an environment that is very tough to get out of if you live in the ghetto, and that's something that I've tried to get people to understand that are that white. I live in a white, suburban area. I have for most of my life, man, and so that's why I love music like this, because it allows you to have these discussions, to think from a different perspective, and it just really kind of helps you see the world through a different pair of eyes and have some empathy. And so shout out to War for doing that, man. Love the message that they were bringing behind, powerful, and then mixing that with the funkiness going in, man. It was just a recipe for a good hit here. So yeah, gotta add that heart over there. Let me know, y'all, what you think of this tune and any other War tracks I maybe need to check out. Be sure to give our patron who suggested this, Dwight, some love in the comments as well. And until next time, y'all, thanks so much for watching. Happy listening, and I'll see you next time.